so much, Nick, and for everyone that has been organizing this. It is difficult for me to do short remarks, so I'm going to limit it to about 45 minutes, but where's the clicker for the PowerPoint slide? No, I'm going to be 4 to 5 minutes. If my remarks can be shorter than my husband's prayer, I will have succeeded, and I don't know, it's a tight race. And I'm up here with my daughter, Roma, and it is delightful to share this day. I'm just going to talk about 3 things quickly. First, acknowledgments, and then a quick story about Tim Wright, and a call to action. So the acknowledgments, like, I am blessed to be here, and I'm looking around the room at people who employed me when I was a student, people who taught me when I was a student, who mentored me, classmates, fraternity brothers, and then after I graduated, people who traveled and up with people with me are here. People that I coached against when I coached high school debate are in the room. I am truly touched by the number of people who are here to help celebrate this. But it's not celebrating me and Ken and our donation. It's actually celebrating my friendship with Tim Wright. So that's why you're here, is to make me not cry. Okay? That's your job. My 6-year-old will start making pig noises and then I'll laugh. It's okay. Tim and I had the most unlikely of friendships because on the surface, we had very little in common. We were different political parties. He'd be a little happier this week than I am. Different faiths, different sexual orientations, different outlooks on life. And yet, during the brief period that Delta Upsilon was a fraternity on campus, we became brothers and then friends. And the best story to demonstrate Tim's struggle with my Roman Catholicism was spring break. We went to Dallas. It was during Lent, and we went to stay with my sister, and my parents also came from Western Kansas and met us there. And we were having dinner that night, and my sister forgot it was Lent because she wasn't the strongest of Catholics in our family. And she comes to me right before, and she goes, David, what can we do? Like, I have spaghetti. I said, that's great. Do 1 sauce for Catholics and 1 sauce for Protestants. We'll all be good. So she labeled them, and Tim just thought this was hysterical, that he could have meatballs in his sauce, but the Catholics couldn't in their sauce. And he and my dad started bickering with each other, and at one point Tim said, you keep this up, I'm gonna pour my sauce into your sauce and you will go without any. And so we took Tim to his first Catholic Mass that weekend at a Catholic parish in Dallas. And he was like the standing and the sitting and we knew all the prayers and he didn't know any of them. And he was just like, what are you people doing? Until we got to the Lord's Prayer. And we started saying the Lord's Prayer, and he's like, yes, I know this one, I've got this. And so, and those of you who know Tim, pretty full voice, pretty well spoken, is full voice doing the Our Father, and then we all stop, and 1,400 people are silent, and Tim goes, for thine, and looks around, and that phrase, for thine, became for the next 30 years, 40 years, the sign of our multicultural friendship. We maintained a friendship across political divides, religious divides, orientation divides, geographic divides, because there was something underneath it that made it valuable because we cared so much for each other, despite the differences. Maybe even because of the differences, we were stronger. And so my invitation to you is, who in your world is different than you that you don't know as well as you wish you did? Who is it that you could reach out to and begin a friendship, or at least begin a conversation, and see what you might have in common, despite all the things that you have that are different. With that, I thank you for the privilege of being here and helping with the ribbon cutting for the Schramm Wright Interfaith Chapel inside of the Smith Intercultural Center. It's a privilege. Thank you.